Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Long time no see. You guys. I am sorry, I haven't posted in a long time. Truly because look at my skin, look at the evidence. We're actually getting a lot better. It's just scarring now. We know how to get rid of a acne scarage super quick, super easy, super fun. It's when they're active, and if I do something to them and they just get worse and worse and worse, that's when we got problems. So yeah, now we're back. Skin is calmed down a little bit. We're gonna do some makeup. This one's a fun one, a long one, so let's grab a snack, lock in. I'm super excited. This is gonna be my takes and my opinion on the beauty community recently, because honestly I'm bored. Girl, I'm bored. I try and do videos and I try and do makeup that conforms to the beauty community algorithm right now, but it's like I'm so bored of that. I'm not gonna lie. I have been loving this whole resurgence of 2016, just because we're finally going back to like playing with makeup and like doing makeup. Honestly, I was bored. I was really bored, and I hate to say it, but I conformed. I was a little sheep. I conformed to the beauty community of clean girl, natural makeup. And not that I don't love natural makeup and like love a basic makeup moment, but I really loved the beauty community in the beginning because it was fun, it was colorful, it was exciting. New launches were exciting. It wasn't just a random cream blush here and like oh, wow. There's like, that was like $15 of product, whatever. It was just like fun, and it was expressive, and it was art, you know, like not just a cream blush and a liquid bronzer, you know, which I do love those things. It's not that I don't love that vibe, or like feeling pretty and stuff, because I've often said in the past, I don't often feel pretty in colorful makeup. That's my goal, is like, I love doing it, so I need to try and make a way to feel pretty in it. And today we are going to sit down and we are going to throw back. We're gonna do a throwback Monday, because I just want to play with makeup, play with color, and really do the damn thing. Here's the issue I have. I never know if I do my base first or if I do my eyes first. Now, eyes first seems normal when I'm doing colorful looks, but I can never get it to look right if I do my base second. You know what I mean? I feel like I always mess it up. So I might interchange. I might do like a little bit of my base, do my eyes. For skin prep, I literally just use my Calming Frank. I used a little bit of the Caudalie eye cream. I really love it. I hate that it's a sample because I'm almost out of it. As you can see, I just squeezed way too much almost into my eye directly. I'm very excited to try some new makeup today. I'm using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Skin needs that tackiness, but also a little bit of hydration, and I feel like this delivers more of that hydration than the e.l.f. ones do, which I like sometimes. Sometimes I don't feel that way, but today I do. We are just smoothing this all over. And I always tap to activate like the gripping power. I feel like you smooth and then tap and then it activates that grip. Do a little bit of this Dr. Idris Instant Glow Serum, which I've been loving. I don't know if this is new to Sephora, but I got it in my advent calendar, and I have been loving the glow and the texture of this serum. Like, look at that. First of all, gorgeous, but also the feeling just feels so hydrating and like just perfect for under makeup, because it's like a lightweight gel type of thing without being greasy. Testing out the Lifter foundation, and I would have got the Lifter concealer, but I have another concealer that I'm more excited about. But this is the Lifter foundation. I know this shade is too light for me because I pumped it on the back of my hand once before, and we are a wee bit pale, just a wee bit, nothing crazy. I'm sure I can, you know, fix her up later on, but we're just gonna go in with this. This is supposed to be a serum foundation, and serum it is not. That was very thick, unless like a thick serum, I don't know, like that was very thick. Like I feel like it doesn't have any drippiness to it, like at all. I did watch a review or two and people are saying it's dry, so is that a fly? Y'all see that? As an oily girl who likes a plumping hydrated look, I feel like that could be good for me if the texture is kind of dry. And this fly, hold on. After my foundation is applied, we are getting rid of her completely and utterly. looks really pretty. I feel like that looks really pretty. Go in and do another pump. Definitely medium coverage. But I kind of like that. As an oily girl, I want a dry texture almost. Like, I don't want my skin to feel greasy, but I want to glow. So why would that kind of work for me? Also, match is working pretty well. It's a little bit like light, like I said, but honestly, it's not that bad. I have the shade 102, by the way. It was between this and 112. I'm doing my chin now. My acne, you guys, like, I literally, don't even talk to me about it. Honestly, I'm just gonna ignore that it's even happening. It pisses me off so bad because it's like, why should I have to sacrifice doing my makeup, in which I love, to have good skin? Because then I'm just clear skin but depressed because I can't do what I like. The sponge is dampened. We're gonna go over that. I am gonna pick some up on the sponge and apply over it because I like doing that recently. Once my base is applied, I'll just take a little bit on the back of the sponge and just like apply the rest, you know, over it. I've been liking it. Guys, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. My eyes look super red. It's because I did eyeshadow yesterday. I took, I want to say it was about, like maybe 4 hours, 5 to 9, and did a bunch of looks. Guess what? None of them turned out. And now I'm just left with stained eyes and no content. So that's fun. This foundation is looking very natural, very pretty. Like, I really like that. And it's doesn't look drying on my skin. Again, I am extremely oily in the T-zone. Sometimes some dryness around my chin due to acne and treatments that I'm on because of my acne. But I really like the way it's giving a nice glow to my skin. It's very, very evening. It doesn't look heavy at all or feel heavy. It's a trust the process video, okay? We don't know where we're going, and we're just gonna trust that the end result will turn up and turn out. While I do my brows, you guys, I applied for the Sephora Squad, okay? Sephora Squad Canada. And listen, I know it's very unlikely a girl with 84 subscribers, hashtag love my subscribers. I can't believe I actually broke 83. Subscribers will even do any damage at all in that freaking huge all of Canada. But, you know, a girl can dream. You can always try. It's fun. It's fun. And you know what? If I don't get it this year, I get it next. I don't want to say I probably won't because I don't want to put that negative energy into the universe. Obviously. But, you know, I'm not going to be upset. I'm just going to say it wasn't my time and we try again. My brows, I love doing my brows right when they're done. It's like they're freshly cooked. Like, I love it. I'm excited. I really, really want to bring back color into this beauty community because that's what this video also was about. Bringing color back. I feel like all the girls, they're still here. Duh, they're still here. You can find them on TikTok, the creative gals, but makeup has become so boring. Put some color on your eyes. Not saying you have to freaking wear it out into the grocery store, but if you want to, you can. I shouldn't feel judged for that because why not? Why freaking not? Okay, I love colorful makeup and I think it needs to be a comeback of 2026. If we're embracing 2016, we need to embrace it in all aspects of fashion, beauty. There's some things we can leave behind, but we can even update them, you know, like give them a little bit of a update. For my eyes today, I'm doing, that is way too yellow for my eyes. What shade is this? Pearl? Pearls do not look yellow. Sorry about it, Too Faced. That is not going on my eyes today. Sorry, I'm back. My camera ran out of storage, aka my phone. So I'm going to take the shade Snow on the back of my hand. This is from Too Faced. Throw it back to 2016. Oh, or maybe 2018. I don't know. I'm going to take this flat brush. I don't know. It's from Farrah. I got it in an Ipsy time ago. And we're just going to cut my brows out / prime my eyes. I'm going to use a primer on top of this as well. I used to be so against carving my brows, but then I quickly realized it's because I had bush brows. Like, literally, I had no brow to cut, you know, like I couldn't carve it if I tried. It was more of like a hairy blob of mess, and no wonder I couldn't cut them. There was no line under them to cut. And now I do it, like, obviously I practice more and get better at it, and it's kind of easy. There was a reason, gal. Yeah, there was a reason why you couldn't. We are cut. We have a little bit of concealer on there. I'm also going to use real eye primer on top of that. I don't know how that works or if that's probably a good idea or not. I'm doing it anyway. The Prime Like a Boss from Essence. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I don't know how I feel. It's very oily. Very, very, and blue? Oh my god, I feel like that meme. Where'd that blue come from? This is my inspo pick here. That is what I want to achieve, or similar to it. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna take time, but it's gonna be worth it. Fingers crossed. The first thing I'm gonna do is take a blue shadow, a very light blue shadow, and smoke it out. I'm also low-key following a tutorial of a girl who did this look. I'll put her ad up on the screen. She's one of my favorite content creators right now, and I was inspired by her, but she was inspired by someone else. I'm taking this big fluffy brush. These are from Jessup on Amazon, and this is the 221 soft crease brush. I'm using the Rustic Glam palette, and I'm using the shade Dreamcatcher. I'm gonna start here and smoke it all the way out, kind of blowing it out. What I have to realize is that these women that I'm watching have more eye space than me, so I have to try and tailor this look to my eye space. I'd shave off my brows if I had to. I don't give a shit, but I do have work. So we're just gonna smoke this out. I'm taking my time blending this out, blowing it completely out, and it does actually go right into her inner corners, this light blue shade. So that's what I'm gonna do, is just bring it all the way in, blending it, smoking it, adding more pigment to where I need to add. I wish I had a different light blue shade. Like this one kind of has not shimmer in it. It has like glitter flecks, which I don't mind, but you know, it's what you work with what you got. Like I said, you guys, worse before it gets better, okay? Worse before it gets better. So it looks like she takes a darker blue and starts creating the shape of the cut crease. As you can tell, I'll put it up on the screen. Always have one color per brush and then like a clean brush that you can swap in between for edge blending. That's just what I do. Taking a smaller, denser brush with a dark blue, but not my darkest blue. And we're gonna start packing that on the outer corner. So I'm just taking that and bringing it inwards, because we want to make sure this is focused there. You guys, while I do this, I am just going to talk about the beauty community and how I feel about it recently. Like I said, it's become boring. And I feel like what I loved about it was how fun and colorful everything was and slash could be if people were just more experimentative. And like, I feel like back in the day, people could literally just go to the store in a full blue cut crease if they wanted to, and nobody would judge them because that was the time. And I feel like we need to bring that back, because why don't you want to have fun with your makeup? And it's so fun and it's so freeing. Like me sitting down here, hours could go by and I'm literally like entranced by this. Also slowly building up, because blue can be very, very difficult to work with. It's one of my favorite colors to work with, but it can be very difficult because once the look is done, oh my god, it looks so pretty, but it's hard. I feel like we're so scared of color, so scared of looking editorial and beautiful. Everyone wants just to go back to these like clean girl aesthetic, which I don't mind. It's not that I don't like that. Of course I like it. A lot of my looks are very wearable, natural looks. Those are packed on the outer corners. I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to do it on the inner corners and then connect the two at the top. The reason, she uses the same brush, but my eyes are smaller. So if I went in with this brush, it would look insane just because my eyes, it would go everywhere. I'm using the infamous color palette. If you know what color palette it is, don't clock me. It's my only colorful shadow, okay? I'm just taking that original brush we used for the light blue, and I'm going to take a tiny bit of that light blue, and we're just going to smoke out the edges of this. Kind of blending out the edges, reinforcing that shade. The girl that I'm watching on TikTok right now, to actually create this look, so good at teaching. Like, I feel like this is already going better than a lot of my previous looks that I've done. Having a tutorial for me personally just makes everything so much easier and nicer, because you have an end goal, you know what you're doing, and they're telling you like what to do. The next thing that she does is define the shape with a darker blue. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a darker blue and we're gonna define the shape. She uses a small pencil brush, which, do I have one on deck? I just cleaned all my brushes and I do have one. I do. I'm gonna take this pencil brush like she uses, and we are just gonna, we're just gonna pack on that dark shadow. Am I nervous? Yes. Thug it out, I guess. I don't know. I'm scared a little bit, but this is where she defines the shape of this cut circle crease thingy. Take this brush here that we used for my inner corners to do my inner corners of this as well, just because it has to be very sharp since we're not going to be blending it out. So now that we have the deepest blue on our eyes, what we're going to do is we're going to go backwards and do the medium blue and then the lightest blue on the outer corners, or like the edges of the look. The shapes are a little bit different, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm really not going to worry about the shape being different because we're going to cut the crease anyway, but at the same time, like, my eyes are different shapes. Cut crease shape in this video specifically, in this, tutorial, is very unconventional. I don't typically, do this type of cut crease, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna see what happens. I like the shape. In the video, she does this really cool hack about, she takes a makeup wipe and she puts it on the end of a sharp brush, and we're gonna cut our crease that way. We have to lock in here. I have to really focus, so let's see how this goes. I'm scared. I need to look at the picture too. This is it cut out with my micellar water. This one turned out better than this one. Whatever. I'm gonna go in with concealer and we're gonna fix them after. I think that's going to be my best bet, but it's not looking horrible so far, and I have faith in myself that I can maneuver around this. But I think it's looking good so far. Obviously, so my foundation is actually not holding up. So you guys, the foundation is actually not holding up very well. I don't know if it's because I touched it. Obviously, I didn't set it. It's kind of settling into fine lines, pores, clinging to dry spots that I don't really actually have. So I don't know what that's all about. Maybe it's the primer that I use, but I like the skin prep I use. So we're just gonna keep going. Good thing we didn't do our full base, because I don't know if I like this foundation. So mine is all carved out and stuff. They look a little bit messy, but I think, and because hers looked really clean, and I'm not the best at cutting creases just yet, or like, I'm not that good at it. So I'm just gonna go on the outer corners and like deepen everything up. This is usually how I do it. I cut everything and then I'll go back in and reinforce everything around it. But this part I'm super like confident in. It's fine. We're just gonna keep going in, deepening up the outer corner. We might have to cut the crease again. I don't know, but I'm gonna use a little bit of black, I think. In the very, very, very inner there. And then we're gonna diffuse it with the blue to make it look like a very dark blue and not a black. You know what I mean? Okay, you guys, this is where we're at. I'm really loving the shape of this one now that I didn't do this one, but that's okay. I'm gonna go eat dinner and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna finish everything up and put the finishing touches on it. I actually really like the way it's coming out. Like, the shape actually works really well. This one I'm gonna clean up a little bit more just because now this one looks so like clean. So yeah, I will be right back after I eat dinner and fix everything up. I've been using a lot of these detail brushes. They're from Morphe. I don't know if they still sell them. Okay, so now that this is all done, this is as best as the shape's gonna get for me. It does look like she has a little bit of blue going on her lash line under the cut crease, so that's what I'm gonna do. Jay didn't do that in her video, but I'm gonna do it in mine. I don't know. It looks like it just goes on the lash line and like kind of makes that circle shape, so I'm gonna add that there. I'm just gonna use this small brush that I've been using, kind of being very careful because I don't want to ruin the shape we got going on, but boom. And just like that, they're uneven. But you know what? I honestly don't want to critique it because my makeup has been a lot worse, especially with these types of looks. Once I throw everything together and put the base on, I feel like in the lashes, it's really going to get good up in here. So we're going to do just that. For foundation, listen. This foundation, I don't know if it's the primer that I used. I don't know what is going on, but it doesn't look good. It looked good the other day when this foundation does not look good. Not by whatsoever. This foundation looks horrible, you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not looking good. I don't know if it's my skin prep. I have no idea what it is. So we're actually just gonna take off. We're taking it off. It looks awful. Settling in like fine lines and like pores that I have. And that doesn't really happen with other foundations. So I don't know. We'll try it again maybe. My forehead doesn't look that bad. It's mostly the rest of my entire face. So I'm gonna do my same skin prep, but we're being very careful around the eye area, of course. really disappointed in that foundation. I'm really disappointed. But honestly, I'm going to try it again, I think. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Honestly, my skin feels prepped enough with that essence, so we're just going to go in with the foundation. In with the Soft Glam foundation from e.l.f. This is the shade 20 Light Cool. I know this stuff works whether I have a primer, an essence. I know this stuff works just period because it's so nice. And this is a BH Cosmetics brushes. All my brushes and tools, you guys, are like ages old. If it's not a Morphe brush, I don't know the name of it. All my brushes were acquired through either BH Cosmetics, which I don't even think exists anymore, or Morphe or Ipsy's. Since the eyes are blue, I'm keeping everything cool toned. She also does, and I think it looks great. So we're going to go in with this Makeup by Mario in the shade Light Medium. And it's like a neutral. It's less warm than typical ones, bronzers that I have. Still giving some color and light. I can't wait to post more makeup like this. I might even just take this off after I'm done taking photos and stuff and just do another one, like with different colors and different you know, placement. I used to have a makeup account way back when with my best friend. Now it doesn't exist anymore because, well, maybe it does exist out there somewhere, but I don't know if it is exactly my best work. I was in grade I think I was in grade 7 when we did that, and it was so fun because it was like peak times. This is the e.l.f. blush in the shade Lilac, Bold Lilac. I'm gonna put some of this on. I don't know if exactly I like that color combo, but we're gonna do it anyway and see what happens. But yeah, I just am so happy this is making a comeback. I hope that this looks okay to you guys because it's looking pretty good to me. I'll get you some up close shots at the end. I don't know if exactly this was the perfect blush for me. I'm kind of giving, it's okay. It's okay. This is not really my favorite blush for this look, but I'm gonna go in for concealer anyway. So for concealer today, I'm so excited because we're using the Soft Glam concealer. Bought this today. So excited. Did you hear that pop? Wow. We're gonna see. The doe foot looks weird. That's not product. It's white doe foot. That's weird. Oh, there we go. You just have to dip it in. We're just gonna go. I got the shade Light Cool because this is like my perfect match in the foundation, and I'm like, if they correspond, then. The doe foot doesn't pick up that much product. Like that was, like that's pretty good product, I guess. I guess that's good. But not as much as like I'm used to when it comes to concealer. I'm gonna let this dry down just a little bit, and we're gonna go in with my sponge. I'm not sure how fast this dries. If it's anything like the foundation, I'm gonna love it. And it is beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's like $6. This is literally like $6 at Walmart, and that's Canadian funds, y'all. Please, if this wears well, doesn't like, for $5, like even if it doesn't wear the best, come on, that's like a steal of a deal. We're gonna go in, I'm gonna use this Huda Beauty setting powder, and we're gonna set our entire face. So we're using the brightening one. This is in the shade Cherry Peach. I'm gonna set this on my entire face. People didn't use powder puffs. Using your damp sponge was the way. Oh my god, this is looking so flawless. New favorite concealer unlocked. I look flawless. I don't know if it's the powder or the concealer, but we're gonna have to see how this wears. But I'm loving it. Hoola Light to kind of bronze up the face a little bit with some powder bronzer. Not what I should have done differently, you guys. Like, if you also like eyeshadow and know what you're doing when it comes to eyeshadow, comment what I should have done differently. Back to the eyes, I'm gonna take the lightest shade of blue on my fluffy brush, and we're just gonna reinforce out into this area. Okay, so I just deepened everything up, and it kind of actually made it a lot better. I used the shade Moonchild from that palette that I've been using, the Rustic Glam. I just realized after using this palette the whole time, because I never dip into the purple shade, and I believe that it's actually a slur for Romani people. So, Dominique Cosmetics, what the hell? What the hell? I don't know if they've changed it since, but they should. They should change that, because that's awful. One of my favorite fragrance TikTokers, Paul Reacts, is Romani. And he's talking about how Byredo has a perfume that is actually that same slur. And I'm like, what are people doing? Why are you naming things? This is an old palette, but it doesn't make it okay. I believe it was still a slur whenever the palette was made. Okay, anyway, tangent over. We're gonna line our eyes with the e.l.f. pencil in the shade Denim, I believe it's called. It's the dark blue. I'm very excited. This look is actually coming together quite nicely. I am living, laughing, and loving. I went out and showed my mom. She goes, oh, that's interesting. I said, yeah, it's just like supposed to be the creativeness. Like, look at this part. And she's like, I don't get it, but I'm sure it's beautiful. And I'm like, hey, thank you. We're just gonna do top and bottom. I feel like that's correct. Of the pigment, I'm just drawing on the outside of my waterline a tiny bit. And then I'm also gonna smoke that out with that same shade and a tiny little brush. Okay, you guys, lashes are on. I hate these lashes. I don't know where they keep spawning from because I don't know. I hate them, but we're gonna finish up our face. We're just gonna go in with a little bit of nose contour. For blush, I'm gonna use the shade from CoverGirl. This is the new Skin Enhancer blushes. This is in the shade Rose Latte, and I've been loving these. I'm just gonna take this big brush. These remind me so much of the Hourglass. Go on my nose. I'm gonna use the NYX lip liner. This is in the shade Nude Flip. I don't think I had it up that much, did I? Just for a little sparkle, I'm going to use this over top. This is the Patrick Ta Major Volume Gloss. And this is in the shade Ice Me Down. Eyeliner from e.l.f. in the shade Brownie Points. Take my contour shade from here, and I'm going to contour my nose a little bit more. But with what brush? My brush, they're all blue. I'm gonna clean one off. I love a bulbous nose. It's my favorite nose shape. I think it looks so cute. And like a button nose, yes, but like a bulbous nose? Okay, guys, this is a finished look. I hope you liked it. If you liked this video, if you like this makeup, leave a comment below. If you want to see any other crazy makeup looks, give me a little idea. I'll do anything, literally. Like, I love colorful makeup, and I think it's so fun. So, as far, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, you know, all of the things. And I will see you in the next one.